From the beautiful campus of Casper College, it's the T-Birds Coaches Show, bringing you game breakdowns, expert analysis, and exclusive interviews. Here's your host, Tom Myler.
Hello, T-Bird fans, and welcome to our first Coaches Show of the year. And what a way to start it with none other than Coach Nate Macy. Welcome back to the studio after
Thank you.
A year, it feels like.
A year. Last year.
Gosh, man, I can't believe it. It's been so long, right? But here we are back in studio. I know our fans were anxiously waiting to hear from you. Not necessarily from me. They just have to because, I kind of host it.
Right.
But that's all right because we've got some great basketball to talk about. It's still great. It might not have been a great what exactly we wanted from last weekend, but definitely a learning opportunity. So let's start with that one. So you played Central Wyoming first, and you flipped around and came home and played LCCC.
Right.
Central Wyoming, they came out and just shot the ball really well.
Yeah, they were really good. They're really well coached, first of all, so that that helps a little bit too with them. But they were rocking and rolling, and I don't think we were ready. That was our first game back, but it's not an excuse. We weren't ready to play, and we got to be known for that. We got snake bit the first game of the conference, so we talked about it, and then we moved on, and now we played L Trip last weekend, and we bounced back good. I was very happy about the way we played. Our defense held them to 49 points, which was good, and now we got our hands full Saturday.
Yeah, it's a tough Western Wyoming team, which they're almost always just right in there with the North Division. They're either 1, 2, or 3 almost every year. I think earlier in the season they were ranked at one point. I don't think they're currently ranked, but they're still a tough team.
Yeah.
A very high-scoring team, and they do a really good job.
Yeah, they do a fantastic job. Again, well coached. Like this, I think Region 9 from top to bottom is way better this year overall. Better players, better coaches, and it's going to be a barn burner in the North and the South this year. So everybody's good. You never know. They kind of say, like ACC or SEC or Big 12 conference, where everybody beats up on each other. And I feel like that's kind of where we're at right now as a conference, which is good. It's competitive and stuff. It's not just one or two teams up at the top. So again, this region is tough. You got to bring it every single night, and if you don't, like I told you before, we got snake bit, and you get snake bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, do you think it was just that long break, or just maybe wasn't ready, or because I feel like you were probably prepared.
We were prepared. It wasn't that we weren't ready. We just, I think, got shell-shocked. And
I mean, when they're shooting 60% from three, if almost 50% from the field, I mean, those are hard numbers to beat.
Yeah, and they have really good players and a good coach, and you put that on top of all that, and you got to be ready to answer when they punch you in the face. And we did, and then we didn't at the same time. But however, like I said, it was a good learning experience for us. I think moving forward, like I said, our defense, we allowed 76 the night before, and then we allowed 49. So that was a big improvement of what we did. And we told them we can't allow 76 points. You will not win if you allow 76 points.
Yeah, and I mean, just comparing the two games, I mean, you were still shooting very similar percentages. I mean, roughly in the low 30s from the field from both. 3-point range has been kind of a struggle, it looks like, the last two games. 20% maybe.
Yeah.
Just can't seem to kind of find it.
We're hoping that'll bounce back up soon and urgently, but, that's just part of the game of basketball. Some nights you're cold, some nights you're hitting, some nights you're not, some nights you are. It's just like that night Central, Central was really hot. So you just never know what's going to take place with the shooting. That's why we stress defense is very important for us, because defense will win you the games. Offense, you got to score, but your defense is what's going to help you. in the long run. So we've definitely put an emphasis on that. But our shooting will come around. I'm confident in it. We got really good players. So it'll come around eventually. We just hope it's soon rather than later.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, just shaking off from whatever happened over the break. I mean, even going back to Central, I mean, you were jumped out to a 19-9 lead early, going into the half up 38-34, it looked like. And then even with 40 seconds left, you were only down 4 and had a chance, but just couldn't quite pull it out. Couple missed shots, and then they obviously went kind of urgent, so they went to the line a few times.
Yep.
And I mean, it's tough.
Yep.
You're right there, so definitely learning opportunity.
Yeah, and they beat us, and they beat us. They dominated us. So like I said, we learned from it and we moved on. Mm-hmm. We played LCCC that Saturday. We did really well against them, and then now we've moved on. Now we play Saturday against Western Wyoming, and they're tough, good. Although they did lose last night against Northwest, who is 3-0 and leading the conference right now, and we'll play them next Wednesday.
Ooh, yeah, don't get too ahead of yourself there, Coach. I know that's going to be a good one to look at, but, I mean, your defense is getting better. I looked at an interesting stat. So you won the offensive rebound against Laramie. But the most interesting, so your offense had 9 turnovers, but your defense caused 19 turnovers, that helps.
Yes, yeah, that helps out a lot. 9 turnovers a game. Well, that's what I would be loving that. Mm-hmm. So if we could keep it under 10 turnovers a game, that'd be really good for us. Mm-hmm. And then keeping them turned over. I'd like our assists to get up there a little more, and it will as we score, make baskets and stuff. When you make baskets, your assists go up. So
absolutely.
I'm encouraged by that. They've worked hard this week in practice, and so we'll see.
Yeah, and so for Western then, Coach, for this high-scoring team that you've got, your mind is kind of drifting toward defense, kind of getting really strong, but also, of course, improving the shooting percentage. What are you doing in practice to be like, hey, we got to be either more physical or we've got to find better shots, make cleaner shots? What is it that you're kind of telling your girls?
I think it's just being consistent every single day. We do a lot of the same things every single day, but you're doing it at a high and consistent level. I think that's the most important key to improving all that. So that's what we've been doing.
All right. So this matchup with Western, what are going to be your keys to win this game?
We're going to have to be able to play really well. They're going to have. They run a lot of zone. They run man. So you're going to have to be able to adjust and adjust quickly. They press you. They get out in transition. So they do it all, and they do it all at a high level. So we'll have to be ready for all that, and I think we will. But you just got to be ready to play in these conference games. It's going to be probably a hostile environment out at Western. So we've told our girls to be ready for that and stuff. So I think just taking care of our business, what we can control. There's going to be some uncontrollables, but that's part of it, and it's part of life in general. So we just got to keep pressing on, and I think we're up for the challenge on Saturday.
Absolutely. So you mentioned a lot about just making adjustments, because, I mean, they're basically going to throw the kitchen sink at you is what it sounds like, right? I mean, when people play Casper College, they want to beat Casper College, so they tend to play really hard. So how is it between you and the players? How do you make adjustments? How do they make adjustments? Is it just solely on you to make that adjustment, or do you say, hey, you guys are adults, you've played this game, you know how to make adjustments?
No, we practice it a lot. We kind of practice like chaos and stuff. Chaos is good. We try to tell our girls that.
Okay.
Chaos is good because you never know in the instance when the chaos is going to hit, and you got to be able to adjust in that certain situation. So we always try to do that, up tempo kind of stuff, always on the go, so we're ready and switch at an instance.
Chaos is good. Remember that, folks. Chaos is good. I don't know necessarily if our photographer, videographer, Zach would agree with that when he's having some car problems, so I would say that's pretty chaotic, but we love you, Zach. Just remember. Chaos is good. Remember that. Well, Coach, any other final words for our fans as we kind of wrap this up?
Hopefully you watch this weekend. We'll put it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all our social media pages, the email that goes out from PR. And then we'll be back home on the 31st against Eastern Wyoming. So
all right.
We'll hope to see you there.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, thanks for coming in. We're super excited. We're here to support. And
thank you.
Fans, make sure to watch it. You will get that. You should be able to find it on an email or check out women's basketball on any of their socials. But until then, see you next time.